Hello all my crafty friends, welcome back to a Sewing Tuesday. I am still on a Harry Potter kick. I finished that last journal and you'll slowly be seeing videos popping up of that, and the flip through, it's already sent off to my girlfriend. But I wanted to make another one. So we are doing ruffles, paper and fabric for it, and I'm going to show you guys a couple different ways I do my papers. So don't remember the digitals these are from, but I will link it in the description below. They were there. It was a little pricey. You got a lot. Some of them are really cute, but I wasn't 100% liking them because the ones that were vertical, that could be vertical, they didn't cover the whole thing, and then when you expanded it to cover the whole page, it like took off a lot of the picture. So wasn't too thrilled with that, but they're still really cute, and I have a lot of them I'm using for this next journal, so I'll link it down below. So I am just cutting all of this extra white off. I really don't have to do it because you're just going to squish them and go, you know. So I'm going to show you two different ways I do my paper. One is a sew as you go kick, and the other one is how I pre-fold it and then do it. I like doing both. One is not better than the other. It's just the way they are. Okay, so I'm going to make these about, let's see, how long do I want them? Let me go this way. Do I want 1 inch or a ½ inch? No, let's do 1 inch. 1 inch works. Okay, so I'm going to cut all these 1 inches. They're going to be all the same. You make yours as thick as you want. Did Luke find his toy, or you just found it and stepped on it? That works. Okay, so I have a 3 with 1 inches, and then I'm going to go down to 3/4 or 3/8, or I don't know. This line closest to the 1. So they'll be a little smaller. I like them multiple sizes. So I hope everyone is doing good. Doing what you love. Okay, that's 3. Let's see. Let's get one more 1, and we're just going to be making a big chain of these. Nope, he's following him in. Our poor cat. I don't know what this cat's gonna do when my son goes off to college in 2 years. That was like his boy. Look, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I drop my daughter off at college in less than a month. Okay, so we have these, and now I'm just going to cut a couple of this up, and really I'm just going to rip. So I have some. And there's really not a right or wrong way. Look at that. I haven't ripped this in a while, and look how uneven that is. Okay, we're going to try that again. So it's a little bit more uniform. That was cut, so there we go. That should do, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, how these are going to turn out. But we're going to have fun doing it, right? It's been a while since I've made these, but I really I wanted some for this journal. So I have a black, and then we're going to use this colored, which I thought was a cute color. So I am going to, hopefully this stays in the little bit. Yes, it is what it is, right? Oh yeah, it does. Nope, it's coming off. Look at that. Okay, that one's really skinny, but that would be fun. You can use that little bit of a piece for making tassels. Oh, now Luke's whining to get into my son's room. He loves to sleep with my son. Alright, so there's that. And so we have those two. And I'm just combining them and doing one long thing because I just don't care. And lastly, we're going to do this. This is one of the Harry Potter ones. And I'm sure it's not going to rip properly, but that's okay. Oh, look, it did. Okay, so let's set the fabric aside for later. Now, here's how I do these. You don't have to have them even if you don't want to. It really doesn't matter. So I just kind of bend it. This is how you pre-do them. And go with the length I want. And I'm kind of bending them as I go. It all depends on how long you want. Like if you want those loops long, you make them long. See how those are a little bit shorter? That's what I'm doing. So here, let me move these up. So I am just taking, like putting my finger right here, putting this, see how I'm moving it with this hand. And I'm just making my loop. And this is just holding it. There we go. So then I just take this and I try to get a bone folder and I just crease it. Get a crease in there. And then I just do the exact same thing. I'm holding this and I am letting this hand move stuff around. And then it goes pretty fast. If you want it walky, do it wonky. I mean, it really is to each their own. So then what happens is, let's press this too. I like to press it to give it a good, so it's not going to stay, but it will, you'll have that. So then what I do is, when I'm at the tail end, I put that together and there we go. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to look like, they don't, If you want your little loops to be the same, measure it. I am not that anal. Not anal. OCD? I don't know. Organized craft. Yeah, I have a friend who is, it's funny, my best friend and I are opposite. She is a very OCD crafter. Everything has to be perfect, and I just kind of, whatever. I don't care. I think homemade crafts aren't perfect, so I just don't care. But it's kind of funny that we both have our different ways of crafting, which is perfectly fine. Her stuff turns out just as awesome as as mine. And sometimes it's better than mine because it does look perfect. Where mine is totally never. Now see how that's going off a little? So I just take it back, and because I don't want it to be like off like that. I want it to be pretty even underneath. It's these little loops. I don't care if they're even or not. And see that? I'd probably just leave like that to layer it to the next one. So, because the paper is a little different, these are all going to be a tad different, and it's great. I did not put that down good enough. I forgot to. So this is just a bone folder made out of bamboo. My daddy made it for my mother, and when my dad passed away, my mom gave it to me. I don't have a whole lot of my dad's stuff. I mean, my mom's still using a lot of it, but I don't know. Guess I'm not, my siblings took a lot. Not a lot, but they took stuff right after the funeral, and I just didn't. Granted, I also live in town and they don't, so I don't know. Anyways, I am filming this the day before it comes out. I'm going to try and do that for my Sewing Tuesdays. Use them as a catch-up. Just visit, chat, work. If you have anything you want to see for a Sewing Tuesday, put it down below. Let me know. We're kind of excited. My niece and nephew are coming into town. They live in Arkansas, and oh gosh, I haven't seen them in years. It's been years. My brother's over there years. My son and my sister's daughter, who's coming, they have a really big connection with each other. When my son was little, and my niece was born, he was just like, me hold, mine, me hold. It was so cute. Cousins are wonderful. My kids are lucky. They have a huge selection of cousins. My husband's side, there's two. And we only have two. So, my husband's side of the family, there's only 4 grandkids. My side of the family, I think between the yours, mine's, and ours, and great grandkids, oh gosh, I have no idea. There's over 20. My little sister and I are the only ones that had 2 kids. So it's my brother's kids. There's a lot. There's 3 great grandkids on that side with my brother, and my sister has 2. So which is nice. I love seeing those great grand munchkins. When I took my mom out there, she got to see all of her grandbabies and all of her great grandbabies, and she loved it. And they're all so adorable. And then I spoiled them all and bought stuff, because that's what I do. Almost done. Okay, so when I start sewing, let me know whether or not this works, because I have a new speaker set up, so I'm hoping you guys will be able to hear me better. Oh, it's learning the new lighting and speaker for the new area is telling you it's challenging. I need to do another tour soon because I totally have rearranged and rearranged and bought new furniture and all that kind of stuff. So I am not doing color coordinated, like these papers are all the same, so these are all going to be there. These papers are all, I'm just going to grab and go. And so these ones, I'm going to show you how I do it on this while I'm sewing. And I'm probably just going to use a zigzag stitch on all of these just because. But all right. So hold on, and I'm going to flip camera positions and get my sewing machine set up. Okay, hopefully you guys will be able to see. I have no idea what thread I have. Oh, I have blue. Okay, we're doing this in blue thread. Probably should switch it, but there's a little bit of blue in all of this, so I think it'll be okay. Okay, so with fabric, I just started with making my little things like I did last time, like I did with the paper. So I only have 3 loops on here, and I am doing zigzag because that's just what I want to do. And we are going. So what I do is I hit a certain spot, and you guys cannot see that. Hold on. Let me. Okay, let's see if this will work. So I take it and I squeeze it and I sew. Sorry, this is a weird angle. I sew a little. This is kind of takes a little bit longer, so I do a little couple. So I do like at least 2 or 3. And sorry, I'm trying to move my hand so you guys can see. So I normally take 2 fingers and do it, but I'm trying to show you guys how I do it. So oh, you might be able to see it that way. Okay, well, I'm just going to fast forward this part because it is repetitive, and I want you guys to not have to do the whole, can I hear her? Oh. Okay, so this is done. Now let's do the paper. So I connect them. And you just kind of hold it down. For the ones that are pre-done, these are the easiest way to, I know, to do this kind of. There we go. Okay. So we're just gonna see. Nice, connect it right in there. Make sure all of these ruffles are the way you want them, and sew. Stop when you get to a certain point. Add the ruffle. Trying to do this one-handed so you guys can see. And see how this isn't fully going with that, but that's okay. Because this part is underneath, and so it's all going to connect anyways. So you're going to that was like that. Okay, so you just want to get that way you just don't have the raw edges. And this time I'm just going to add it down here because I can. And if you come across like this one, oh, it will reach. Yay. Want to make sure you have all of your ruffles. This is why you crease them, because it's easier to do. This is my preferred way of doing these. I don't like the one and go like the others, but you know, you do whatever you want. I'll show you the other way. There we go. So that is very little, so I am not going to bother with that. I'm just going to put this right in between, and as you can see, it might not, oh, it does fit right there. Oh, good. Okay, I have 2 more. Alright, so here's the one that we pre-did, and I will switch cameras and we'll make something with these. I'll show you my favorite ways to use these. And now, let's use these. So I basically do this the exact same way I do the fabric. Is I crunch it. I get like 2 or 3 of them. Remember, I'm using this hand. I'm just going to hold that down to get the zigzag started. And then it's paper doesn't bend as easier, but so I'm going to put that right in there, and then I'm going to lift this and do another. So what I do is I am moving this. I'm using this to guide my fingers, and I'm using this to combine. And this is where you get more of a wonkier stitch, because you can, you know, which, you know, to each their own. Wonky's fine. I do both. Doesn't always have to be prim and perfect. And okay, so I want this up a little bit. There we go. And I'm just going to do a couple more, and I'm not creasing it. I'm just kind of, oh, I wonder why it's hard. Look at that. I have 2 in here. Oops. Oh wow, this one's going to be doubled up. Ugh. Be a little thicker than normal. Okay. Let's make sure I only have one here. Okay, now I'm going to put this on fast forward, because these tend to take a little bit longer because you're folding as you go. And I'll show you all of the other. Okay, so let me set these aside. Here is our fabric we did. I really am loving how this turned out. Hopefully you guys can see it good. It's not perfect. Look at that. That's not perfect. But I really like how it turned out. Again, you can use different stitches. You can use a straight stitch. You can use a decorative stitch. I just want to use the zigzag. Okay, so here are the difference between these two. Oh, look, I forgot one. Oh, well. So this is our pre-crimped one that we did. It's a lot more symmetrical. No, that's not the word. Anyhow, yeah, it's not as messy. I can say that. But it looks really good. Now this one was the sew as we go. And as you can tell, when I started, I had my fold, I was doing good. And then it just gives it a little bit more of a messier look, especially the faster you go, you get less little crimps in the back. You can tell how in the back it's, sometimes it's just a little tiny, but it's a little bit more messy of a look, which I really like them both this way. They both are fun. So yeah, so here's different ways you can use it. Sorry, ignore that black cord. It's my new mic. So you can do fabric along this edge. This is just a journal I made. I don't think it's in my shop, but it's going to be. Anyhow, you have that, and then you can put them on the sides of your pages. So I sew them, you know, it doesn't have to be really big. Look at that, it's a little bit. And here's another one that's a little. So those are different things. Like that one's really little. And these you can actually dangle charms off of them. So if you had a charm, you can just stick it through and dangle it through. So we're going to use this and we're going to decorate it and make a tag. Now I like to use these as a pole. So that's what I'm going to start with. That looks good. Where's my scissors? Found them. There we go. Don't know where my glue is, so we're going to have to use a different glue, which is fine. So here's that. And then I'm going to take this paper and we're just going to, I'm just like literally grabbing random stuff off my desk. This is one I've been, this is a paper from a, that I used. It's the same kind for this, different, just a different one. You got a lot of paper when you did their thing. And again, I'll link it in below. So here's that. We're just going to glue that down. Here, we're going to use this. There we go. And we want to use this. So let's add this. We're going to rip this right down here. I'm going to, if I can find my, where did I put it? Oh, I know where it is. I'm looking for my thing. It is way over here, I think. Ugh. The basket. Yes. Here we go. Found it. I packed this little goodie thing up to take with me to my mom's and never did. So that's okay. We're just going to use it right now. I was printing at my mom's. My printer's being a little stupid. So, using my mom's printer. Now, I have no idea how this is going to look. I am literally just randomly, whatever, throwing this on here. Yeah. I like that. Okay, and now we are going to take this, and where is our, we're going to glue this right on down where the zigzags were, and we're just going to stick it on. There we go. Now, if you don't want that blue to hang out, just chop it. Luke, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, my cat thief. Seriously, the cat is a thief. Okay. So now we are just going to ink this up. This is just a random dictionary page. And we're just going to add a little bit of ink here and there. Here we go. And then there's plenty of writing on the back. So here's a fun little tag with a little pull thing that is not completely dry. So wait for it to dry before you pull it. Here, now we're going to do I want to make a cluster. It is amazing what you can make out of these things. Okay, let's see. Let's just, why not? We're going to use that. I think I'm going to use here. We're going to make use of this homemade we're going to put that right on there. And let's just glue that on. It does not have to be perfect. And now I'm going to take some of this wonky, because I want the wonky parts, because I like the wonky parts, even though I should probably use this because it's smaller. But I'm going to throw this right there on the edge. And think I'd like a little bit of lace. Oh, here, we have some right here. So we're going to throw a tad bit of a lace. I don't know where my let's see. I'm trying to find something to put on there. I don't have a whole lot on my desk. I literally just dumped it all. Okay, let's throw this on there. I know I'm not cutting a perfect circle. It's all good. Okay, we're gonna just ink those white edges. Put some glue on there, and this is actually what is going to hold that lace down. So I'm going to hold that up, and there we go. That's going to hold that down eventually. So we have a little cluster. So I would love to know which of these ones you liked better. The nice simple pre-folded before we hit the sewing machine, or this wonky one that we did while we were at the sewing machine. Let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching. I so appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up and I'll make more content this way. And down below I have a Facebook, Instagram, and my shop link, which there's some stuff in there. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me. You're fabulous. Bye.